How's everybody doing? My name's Augie with VIP Playlist. I'm here with my delicate co-host.
Adam, what's up, guys? I like that.
You like
Delicate.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Today we have an artist. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and there is no band or anything. He is the band, so go ahead.
What's up, guys? I'm Skuff Micksun, and I'm stoked to be here. Thanks for
Hell
having
yeah,
me.
man. Skuff Micksun. I
Of
found
course.
you, of course, through Brandon Kellum from American Standards.
The boy.
Shout out.
Yeah, the homie, man. Love him to death. And dude, I've been hooked for ever since we did that interview. I think we did it like back in like last October. And man, your music just speaks to me, dude.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. Shout out
Yeah.
to he's such a cool dude, man. I really appreciate like all the support he's shown me. Just artist to artist, like I was saying, dude, it's super rare to find someone that's just like so willing to just selflessly support and like help.
Yeah,
And
for sure, man. Hey,
doesn't
like,
hurt that I love his music as well.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
stuff rips.
Oh,
Shout
so
out.
much.
For sure. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been so kind to us, and we can't thank him enough for everything he's done for us. So
Hell yeah,
but
man.
before we get into the playlist stuff, I wanted to say I found your TikTok, and dude, your comment section is hilarious because nobody knows what type of genre to like place on you, and like that you get compared to so many different fucking bands, and it's the funniest shit.
Oh my God, dude. I know. It's like someone will say like the most shit out of right field, and then the next person is just totally out of left field. And I'm like, dude, those two artists sound so ungodly different.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's wild. I'm so glad you as a music lover kind of like noticed that because I feel like I'm in the twilight zone
Dude,
sometimes.
it's so my favorite one was somebody said you sound like Hobo Johnson and Rob Thomas.
Dude.
Wow.
And I'm honestly like, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah,
Like, it's so goofy though.
yeah.
My whole thing is like, hey, dude, if people are saying I sound like them because they enjoy their stuff, then cool.
Right, yeah. Well,
You know,
I guess it's better than getting compared to the same artist over and over and over and over and over again because you never know what's going to come out of somebody's mouth.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Someone said someone was like, this reminds me of like some like Nordic Irish music. I was like, what in the hell is going on?
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, dude. I feel like you're also like something that's very rare in an artist to do is you're able to grab the attention of like people from every genre, man. So just like pop and hip hop and rock and metalcore and just pretty much every genre, you're able to grab their attention, which is something that a lot of artists struggle with doing.
Damn, dude, that's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, you've gotten compared to like Listener and Bright Eyes and Mumford and Sons and like Blue October. So there's just like a little bit of just all over the fucking place.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like, I've been playing music since I was super young. So like, my early teens, like 13, I got my first, I think it was an electric Stratocaster, all black Stratocaster. And like, just started teaching myself how to play. And like, I feel like I went through all the motions of like, when I first started playing, I was learning like, like Blink 182
Oh
and
shit, yeah.
stuff like that. Like I learned like all of Dude Ranch when I was like 13. I was like,
That's
hell yeah.
awesome.
But like, and then after that, I kind of morphed into like a little more like, emo, screamo. Like I was totally in the scene. I used to steal my sister's pants, my girlfriend's pants.
Ah,
Hell
I was
yeah.
I was like one of the 3 kids in my school doing that. So like then we all got picked on enough to be like, fuck that, I'm gonna make some metal. Oh,
mhm.
my bad. I don't know if
Oh, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good.
okay.
You can cuss. Yeah.
But I think anyone you get picked on long enough for wearing girl pants, you're gonna probably be in a metal band. So then I did that, and then kind of like produced a lot of hip hop stuff for friends for money in Chicago. I was doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I feel like it just took a long time for me to really settle into the thing that I felt good doing because I was just all over the place, just doing it all for fun.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it kind of just clicked and I was like, whoa, this feels like it's doing something for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's cool. It makes sense. And it's cool to hear that perspective of it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think that's awesome that I think it's really helped your sound dabbling in all sorts of music. So
Hmm.
I do enjoy it all.
yeah.
I really love a wide range of music, which we
Yeah.
might
Well,
find out.
let's get into that, man. So first thing we like to have you do is name your playlist. You got a name for this thing?
We'll say a little all over the place.
Right.
I think it'll be appropriate. I'm
Yeah.
just using my foresight.
So the first couple of bands we like to put on here this is like you take it way back, man, like road trips in the car with your parents or your guardians or
Oh, absolutely. Man, so the Drifters Under the Boardwalk was probably like one of the first songs I truly, truly remember. Uh,
wow.
that would be my dad for sure. My mom loved it, but my dad was a bit older, so
Yeah.
uh, he
That's a
was
first
like
too.
the Motown, yeah.
Motown's good, man. I still enjoy
Yeah.
Motown. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan, honestly. Like I like a lot of Motown, even just like, all the classics, Sam Cooke, the Flamingos,
Yeah.
all of them were awesome, but there's something about it that is still just like there's nothing like it. It's such a like time period. And it's funny, like when I lived
Yeah.
in Chicago, everyone would be playing like Chief Keef and stuff, like Chicago hits. And I would go ahead and throw on like That's Life by Frank Sinatra, and the whole party would be like, yo, Skuff, dude, like, what are we doing? And I was just like, dude, what do you mean? What are we doing? Like, I'm throwing some flavor in here right now. Like, I love Chief Keef, and I'm sure him and Frank would have been, they would have
Yeah.
gotten along just fine.
Yeah, for sure, man. Me and my son, we like to listen to Cool It Now by New Edition.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's a
That's
good one.
hilarious. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. There's just it's such a fun, interesting time of music, and I think that the lyrics are all like they're super creative and fun. I don't know. It's just it's easy to move to, dance to, sing along to. But yeah, that specific song, I like remember my dad doing like really bad dances and singing that.
Hell yeah, man. Does your mom show you anything?
Yeah, so my mom would have to be, I mean, I have to say Alanis Morissette because that's just like who she used to
Yeah.
jam, dude. So like I said, my mom was like quite a bit younger than my dad, so she was into like kind of the newer like alternative rock that was happening at that, like the 90s. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, Jagged Little Pill, dude, I swear I
Hmm.
play that front to back, that entire album probably once at least every quarter
Yeah.
of the year. Like I just
We
love it.
me, Adam, his girlfriend, and my wife, we were lucky enough to see the Jagged Little Pill 20-year anniversary tour.
Mm. Oh,
Oh
we
wow.
did.
Yeah, it was actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No.
It
Yeah.
had to be
It
cool,
was.
man.
It was totally sick.
Yeah, she came out wearing like some Jinkos or some shit, dude. Those pants were huge, man.
That's awesome. She just
Yes.
brought everyone right back.
Yeah, yeah,
No, that's cool. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, One Hand in My Pocket was always the one that I remembered my mom playing. I think my mom's favorite was probably not that one, but uh, that's the one I remembered the most, that like resonated with me, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. That album, I mean, it had quite a few hits. Like You Ought to Know and Ironic. Like, oh, man.
You Ought to Know is a badass song, dude.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So in your music, one thing I'm a pretty new listener. I'll be honest. We kind of, in order to
Whatever, Adam. No.
in order to prepare, like Augie will put a playlist together of all your music. that we can get our hands on, and then we just try to listen to it for as much as we can, as much as possible. So one thing I really noticed was I felt like your music was really sincere. I really enjoyed lacking and ever changing.
Oh
And
wow, dude.
so, what would give the listeners who might not know about you or much about you, like what your music's about, what you try to talk about, or it seems pretty relatable, man.
Dude, those are deep cuts, man. I got excited when you said those.
Yeah.
I feel like those are two songs that were, I don't want to say overlooked, but they're just not mentioned often, you know? So that's cool. I'm glad you like those ones. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess it all comes back to like, you know, playing music growing up and doing like heavier bands and screamo and metal and all that, like thrash. I really just like didn't write about anything in particular. I would just kind of write, about like, I don't know, a whole city flooding and like everyone's dying, and it was, that type of thing.
Hmm.
And something clicked in me maybe around like 19 or 20. And I just like, I don't know, man. I just started writing about things that I, saw and experienced, and even like friends' experiences. And so, it doesn't always have to be a true story. It doesn't always have to be that.
Right.
Like, I also like to have fun and, be goofy and shit. And I'm trying to show that also. But I think a lot of my stuff does come out just like intensely honest, because
Hmm.
uh, it's quite literally like my form of expression. So I'm freaking out half the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's real emotions, and I think that my music could very well like turn you on in the moment, but also like turn you off. Like I have a song Bruises that's like a very heavy song,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that would not be the song to like put on at a party.
No, yeah.
That would
Right.
make people say like, "Oh, Skuff Micksun, no,
Yeah.
bad. Skuff Micksun, bad, no good." But if you put that on when you're having a really deep conversation with someone about, love and loss or whatever, and then you're like, "Yo, I got a song that's gonna rip your heart out," then you might fall in love with it. So I would
Yeah.
say that it's just very moody and very like I feel like you can feel the moods that I wrote the songs in, and that's kind of my goal, is to capture that, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think so we listened to everything you had on Spotify, and we listened in order from like oldest to newest. I think the first song was Rome.
Dang, props, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think in just my personal opinion, I think that EP you did with Waco, is that his name?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wacko. Yeah,
Wacko, okay.
he was going by Blockhead Johnny, and then he just recently switched his name. So we made sure everything was switching over to Wacko, which is what he
Gotcha,
goes by
yeah.
now. Yeah.
I think that EP was really, really well done. And I think after that EP, so starting with like Boss Man and 27 Club, those were your next releases. I think that's
Yeah.
when you really started to like define your sound and like pretty much who you or like I don't want to say who you are or anything like that, but like that's where your sound really started to come into play is around
Yeah,
that
man.
time. So
I would honestly like agree with that. And I love that you can hear that again as somebody who really loves, appreciates, and understands music like you guys do. It's like,
yeah.
it's cool that you can see that, because I also feel that way, dude. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
don't get me wrong. When I was 21, I had a band, Fox the Cat, in Chicago, and I, to this day, believe in the lyrics I wrote. It's some of my favorite music I've ever written. Like, I loved it to death. But I truly feel like in the past 3 years is when I really like found me without a band, like sitting in a room alone type of thing. And that EP with Wacko is one of my, it definitely helped push me into it, because we had just met. We wrote 3 of those songs the night we met each
Oh
other.
wow, dude.
So it was wild, because like I've met a lot of people and made music with a lot of people, and tons of those songs will never come out for one reason or another. And me and him, it was just like, you know, a magnetic pull. We met through other people. We were in the same session. The other people left the session, and then it was just me and him for the next, like, we stayed in that room for like 18 hours straight. After I left, like a full 24 hours. And 18 of those hours was just me and him. 9 of those hours was just me and him talking. We didn't even touch a keyboard. We didn't even do nothing. And then like it was like 6 a.m, and we were like, dude, should we make something? And we were just still awake, and we just went for it. And like, I don't know, he was like, dude, your vocals are bringing something out of me, man. Like, I really want to write about some real shit right now. Like, are we gonna go there? And next thing you know, it's like we just met each other and we're about to make each other cry, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of some beautiful shit for real.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that EP, but like I said, I think Boss Man and all that, that's when you really started to define it. And man, I really enjoy quite a few of his songs. I would have to say though, my favorite is probably Magnificent.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That one just,
I totally
man,
understand.
yeah, that one just, it's so good. It speaks.
That
to
was
me.
like the first song when I made it. Like, I was like, dude, this feels different. Like, something about this just feels different. Because I've never really been the person that like thinks about, I just put the music out. I'm never like, this is the one. I don't think like that. But like, I will say Magnificent, there was a spark in me in my backyard. I ran in the house, played the down, 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 and I was just like, okay, we'll start there. I looped that, and I just started going off, and like, it just felt really kind of like the most, it just hit me moment, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, dude. I
love that, man. I love that.
For sure.
Because your favorite is like the most listened to,
Yeah.
and then Adam's is like the two that probably most people have not heard.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes for me. I always like the random,
Yeah.
no glitter.
I think
I totally get that.
the Magnificent, just like the lyrics are just very, very, they just speak to me, man. You know, I think I've been there more than once.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm so glad that it resonated, and especially appreciate you guys.
Listen up, all you VIP peers.
VIP players.
Goddamn Patreon now.
Getting so aggressive.
I did.
We have a Patreon now.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
And a Discord.
Yeah.
And a YouTube.
Discord. Come
but
join
no
it.
webcams yet.
No webcams. You can't see our beautiful face.
Not yet.
Yeah. Shout out to Enormous Adam on Discord. Hit him up if you need a Discord. He did a great job on ours. It looks cool. But guess what? You won't know how it looks unless you join that bitch. If you would, please join our Discord and our Patreon. It would be really cool of you. We would love you forever. We still love you forever, even if you don't.
Yeah.
But
you join the Patreon, you're going to get stickers. You get to dehumanize me.
Yes.
You want to know what that means?
Go look at the Patreon. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. And subscribe to our fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah. Comment.
Thank you.
Review. Subscribe. We love you more.
All that stuff. Do everything that you do for all the people that you love on YouTube. Do it for us too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We love you.
You mentioned Blink 182, Learning Dude Ranch. You want to throw some of that on here, man?
I think Damn It was, throw Damn It on there for sure.
Do you want to throw some of them old metalcore bands that you was listening to in them your sister's pants?
Holy wow, that sounds, hold on, pause.
Wait, yeah, hold on, let me repeat that.
Hold on, wait.
Your girlfriend's pants.
Oh God! Nobody clipped that out of context, you bastards.
He was borrowing their pants to wear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's explain this a little better.
I feel like I'm explaining it to my dad again. Like, he's like, "Are those your sister's pants?" Oh, no, I was just. And then I wore them till yesterday. Not just a phase.
Yeah.
Metalcore bands. Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go back and think here. What did I used to listen to like a lot that was just like, I mean, Fugazi. We can go Sweet and Low. That's not really metalcore. That was just something that popped up, so I guess it's going in there, you know.
That'll work, man.
Let me think here. Randomly today, I was listening to the number 12 Looks Like You, which
Yeah.
is very
Oh, I love them so
Oh
much.
yeah.
let's see, what could we go with from them? We could go we'll go Like a Cat. That was definitely some old school
Yeah.
like the MySpace metal era is what everybody was calling it. But
No, yeah, that's some good shit. I loved them when I was growing up.
The Locust, Anything Jesus Can Do, I Can Do Better.
Those classic names.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was
Fucking
perfect, Adam. I know, dude. Yeah, The Locust, that one. We'll go one more. What was one more? I mean, God, I was definitely a Job for a Cowboy.
Hell yeah.
yes.
I was a job man for a while. We'll do. Should we just do Entombment probably?
That's a
Entombment
good
of
one.
Scream. That scream was just like kind of like iconic. I feel like a lot of metal tried to get heavier and harder than that moment from that
Yeah.
moment on.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That was like the first like heaviest like the I don't know, what are they, like deathcore, metalcore, whatever. No singing in it, so I guess it'd be more like deathcore or whatever,
Yeah, I
hardcore,
don't
death
even know,
metal.
dude.
Yeah, that was like the first shit that I ever heard that I actually liked. Like that was that heavy.
Yeah, I think that was pretty close for me too, as far as like
Yeah.
the squealing and just like absolute insanity. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of a new world for me at that age.
I mean, I listened to like the Chariot a lot, but that there was just something different about that. That was because the Chariot
Oh
was
yeah,
just like just just chaos, like constant chaos. There was no
yeah. I
like
I loved them as well, though.
yeah, there was no like rhyme or rhythm in any of their shit. But Job for a Cowboy, there was like rhythm and like just it was fucking good.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely new. That was like my first, well, not my first band, but my first band that was like playing shows. We played with like Norma Jean and like
Oh shit.
Fear Before the March of Flames, number 12,
What?
all that shit, dude. I was like,
Damn.
literally, my mom was dropping me off at my shows.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's so cool, man.
Dude,
it was hilarious, dude. I
I
showed
love
up
all
like,
of those bands.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
She's jamming
yeah, we
Alanis
were,
Morissette when she dropped you off.
yeah. And then we got on stage and we were fucking terrible, dude. It was,
Oh
it was,
yeah.
it was like, Cleveland was a very like in that scene, it was just hitting and like it was very new, and we were just like one of the few, 24 acts in Ohio even doing it then. Like
I got you.
it was just like very new. So we
Yeah.
caught a wave and like dude, we had no business on stage with them ever.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
We
Well,
used to we never had any like big names down here except for Emery.
oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
all the other ones. Well, I mean, I guess you could say Fit for a King. Adam always jumps on me when I don't mention them.
Pipper
Yeah, I
King.
remember them.
But that was back when they were all still like local. Not Emery, but like Fit for a King was still a local band.
Right.
And then we like all the other bands was just local. But those were all those. I think those are some of my favorite shows to this day.
Oh, dude,
They're
same.
just so much fun,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
It
I
wasn't
feel
like
like
a
we need
massive
to
crowd.
add a Fear Before song in there because those were
Oh, dude,
great.
I love Fear Before.
And that's just like, it's tough to even pick one, man, because they were definitely an introduction lyrically. They had
Yes.
some of my first lyrics that I was like, whoa, because like I didn't ever resonated with Job for a Cowboy lyrics.
No, yeah,
Never.
yeah.
It was just heavy and hard and fast and awesome, and like it had that melodicness to it. But like Fear Before, the lyrics, I was like, damn, these kind of actually make me think. Like
Yeah,
these
they
are
were
odd.
actually saying shit. Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool. And like I also grew up on like again, like, a lot of punk and stuff that was kind of like, fuck the system and all that. So I was about it. I was like, I want to hear some shit. I don't want to just hear like, the typical metal, like I ripped out his insides and like all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Right.
which is cool. But I'm just like, not for me at the
Yeah, for
core of it
sure.
all. But let's do. Oh God, dude, do we do? See, because I like both ends of them. I loved like my Deer Hunter, my fucking Deer Hunter,
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then I love like obviously the classic like On the Bright Side.
of
Yeah,
course.
Fashion Tips is so good. Oh, it's like so hard, dude. I almost just like don't
If you
even
need
know
to
what
pick
which
two,
one.
you can pick two, man.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
maybe we go. All right, we'll go my fucking Deer Hunter because
Uh,
that's got the Anthony Green feature, which is also pretty cool.
Of course.
And then we'll do. Guess we just got to do On the Bright Side, dude, because it's just
Yeah.
the one. I feel like if people don't know him, that's the one you gotta go with.
Yeah, that's the one you gotta that's the introduction.
Yeah, I think so. Wow, yeah. And then I'm looking at like related artists of them. It's just such a nostalgic, like Jesus. So many
Yeah, dude.
bands.
Throw some more on there, dude.
Man, yeah. This place can be as long as you want. We don't
Sure does.
Oh man. I mean, all right, we'll do one more that is just like, and this is just because this brought me to like a new light of like playing shows. We'll do Malnutrition, Heavy Heavy Low Low.
heavy, heavy low low.
Dude,
Damn, that's a
11,000 monthly listeners. Oh,
yeah,
tragedies.
that's criminal, man.
Did they do something? Should I know about? Like,
No,
did you
No.
boycott them? What happened?
I think they just fell off, man. Like not a lot
Yeah,
of people
dude.
listen to them anymore, man.
Wow.
I know they came back and did like a one show recently, I think.
It's crazy, like looking at a lot of those bands that just like don't have a following anymore. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, man.
I mean, granted, I'm not listening to these every day. These are things I listened to forever
Of
ago.
course, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't worry, no one's gonna make fun of you here.
No,
I was
no.
like, yeah, Alanis Morissette's cool, but what about Malnutrition?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, dude, I switched from like I'll listen to like some of your stuff, and then I'll go listen to like some post-hardcore shit, and then some rap. So I'm all
Oh,
over the place
totally.
with the shit.
Totally,
So
dude.
you mentioned you like lyrics, so Fear Before and stuff like that. I think that really shows in your songs.
Hell yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad it does. I don't want it to be like again, like I'm trying to show the personality of like who I am also, but and not just be like I don't want to be preachy. That's definitely
Yeah,
not the vibe. I
I
just
think
want to talk my shit.
the last two songs were really fun. Bank Broke and Don't Wait. Those are some really fun songs.
Hell yeah, man.
And
I appreciate that because I felt like I was writing a lot of like pretty dark stuff, and those I was just like it felt good. The guitar riff, as soon as I was like, yep, this is happy. I'm doing it. Even if it's about dark shit, I'm gonna fool you. It sounds
yeah,
happy.
I think that's good
Mhm.
though. I think you did it. You think you nailed it, Mick, especially like on Bank Broke, where it's just a very fun sounding song, and the lyrics are still able to like resonate.
Thanks,
I
brother.
think you nailed it, man.
Yeah, that's a true one. Still
Yeah,
broke.
same, man, same. And the music video for Don't Wait was really fun, and Bank Broke. Both of those music videos were really fun.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a music video with the Reaper, an old music video from older called It Wants Me Dead. And the Reaper I was the Reaper. So you never see me in that video. So Don't Wait is kind of the part two where I meet the Reaper and we become boys. And so it's kind of like it's like a goofy throwback to that video
Yeah,
as well.
that's awesome, man. That's really cool.
Another thing we noticed, we talked about your lyrics. I think it was a post that Mr. Kellum made, and like he was talking about you kind of have your hands in everything, like the recording, artwork, and editing videos. Is that correct?
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty psycho about it.
No, dude, that's
And
awesome. That's like multi-talented. It's all really like good quality stuff. How did you? I mean, right? Because like you're writing music, you're recording, doing artwork, editing videos. Like, how do you get good at all that shit? It's a lot of stuff.
I think the thing is that I'm just like mediocre at all of it. I feel like I would, if I could focus on one of those things, like I would be really good at it because like I love to like immerse myself in it. But I think that I just love doing it all. I kind of
Yeah,
love the master of none, and I respect the master of one like crazy.
Sure.
I really do. Like I have producer buddies that like that's what they do. They don't fuck around with anything else. He's like, "What? I don't go to bars. I produce songs." Fuck yeah.
Right.
yeah,
And absolutely I love it. But I just enjoy it all, man. Like I've always drawn. I've always loved like drawing and painting and shit. So like, designing the album covers, the t-shirts, selling my artwork, like I hate to say that that's it's just like the lifestyle I've always kind of lived. So I tried to make it very like full circle and tie it all into the music and it's finally kind of working where like I do have some awesome friends with cameras that I'm trading them. I'm tattooing them for 12 hours and they're filming my music video for 12 hours. And, we're bartering and trading everything, man. And we're helping each other like make the dreams come true. But yeah, I just like being a part of it all. I don't really want to send off a video and be like wondering what it's going to look like. I want to do it myself and know that it's my vision.
yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't know. I guess I'm just particular on who touches my stuff. And that's usually people within a pretty small circle, is all. So,
Yeah, well, that's that real DIY spirit, man.
Hmm.
yeah, dude. And, oh, I forgot to mention, I don't have any money to pay anyone to do any of it. So,
Yeah, that's a
Okay, so
big
it's
one too,
born out of
huh?
necessity. I
Yeah,
see. I see.
absolutely born out of necessity and then fell in love with each little part of it. So, in Chicago, I was like building movie sets and like I worked for this amazing one of my favorite jobs ever called Big City Sets, and I was like a 5-man crew. I was the fifth man and the new guy, and like I was doing all these cool movie sets, and I just like loved building shit and making stuff. So like I try to tie that in with the music videos and making our own, just stupid, goofy stuff that we think is funny. And again, the songs are sometimes like serious, so I want to show a little more lightheartedness in the videos.
yeah,
And I think it all flows into one another, and I just find myself doing it anyway. So I don't know.
yeah. That's like one of my favorite DIY bands in the scene is probably The Ongoing Concept. I don't know if you've heard of them.
It sounds very familiar, but I can't
Yeah,
place it.
they were signed to Solid State. They actually just released their first album in like 6 years this year. So they do it all. They mix and master their own shit. They write their own shit. And like their sets that they build all their music video sets. And it's fucking insane. If you go watch like their behind the scenes, they got like saws and fucking hammers and screwdrivers and like all kinds of shit everywhere building their own sets.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah,
I'll have to dive in because
they're sick, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, for
that sounds
sure.
right up my alley. Like that's the dream. I would
Yeah.
love to just like hire all my super fucking talented friends to like grab their cameras and like go make a vision happen, and like actually be able to live off of that would be so cool. But more importantly, to just be able to keep doing it, even if it means like scraping by and everything. It's
Yeah.
because it's just so much fucking fun, man. Like
Yeah.
that's the best.
I mean, you build skills too for later in life, like I mean, shit, building sets and shit, that'll come in handy when you need to fix your house or whatever. So
Yeah, you think until you realize all the house sets that you build are just fake walls and
yeah,
everything.
not real ones.
I don't know how to build anything
I've done
real.
this before.
Just know how to make it look real.
Oh, that's great, man.
Speaking of all that, we could throw in "Art is Hard" by Cursive.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
That just seems fitting because that was kind of in that same time period that I was listening to like all the wild metal stuff. I was still listening to like Cursive and Thursday and stuff like that. So I still had a super soft side to me always.
I didn't realize, I know Cursive is like one of those cult following bands. A lot of people love Cursive. I didn't realize that I absolutely adore one of their songs until recently, and it's The Casualty.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had some of the best stuff, and then they had some stuff that I was like, okay, we'll just listen to the good stuff. But
Yeah.
like, so did anyone, in anyone's opinion. So do I in anyone's opinion. So it's like, I don't know. They just pumped out the Ugly Organ is one of my favorite. Like, just that's just a wild album. Really cool. I actually just saw them in Thursday, like maybe like 3 months ago or something.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was amazing, dude. First like real throwback show in a long time. It was cool.
I think the one thing that I'll always remember about Adam's brother is I think he mentioned one time or twice maybe that he likes Thursday, and like for some reason I always remember that.
Yeah, he's Mr. Thursday for sure.
Yeah, he loves Thursday. Like, every time Thursday's brought up, I always think of Adam's brother.
Yeah, he loves them.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I feel like Thursday always brings up the thought. I had like me and my best friend. We both, of course, had like different Thursday merch. But every time we would wear it, like these two other assholes in my school would just be like, "Oh, like it's Monday," just be like. And I was just like, bro, like, when are you going to come up with a new fucking joke, bro?
Right.
Meanwhile, he's listening to Chris Brown. I'm like, shut up, bro.
Yeah. That's right. Well, that's a good segue, man. Speaking of like hip hop and stuff, you did that album with Wacko. Is there any like hip hop that you enjoyed during that time?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess hip hop, I mean, You by Q-Tip is one that I've been obsessed with lately. I don't know if you guys know that one. It's really good. And then like Tribe Called Quest and all that. Like,
yeah,
I got really lucky. I got introduced to some. I mean, I had like a definite phase where I was listening to like Nelly. I mean, not a phase. Nelly's got some bangers, but
yeah, for sure.
Like 50 Cent, Ludacris. I was like into like that for a sec, but I luckily got introduced to a lot of really good hip hop stuff as well during that time. So there was kind of all the different areas of hip hop. I loved Wu-Tang. It's like I liked all that type of stuff. So we'll go Q-Tip. Let's see. We gotta go Tribe Called Quest. And again, it's like I don't want to just do the like. Can I Kick It is probably the one that people would be like, oh, okay, yeah. But let me see here because I just got to look at the list and I'll be like, all the because I'm kind of like you, Adam. I sift through and then I find the one that like no one heard of and I never even heard it, and I'm like, how did I miss this?
Yeah,
the deep cuts, man. The deep cuts.
Deep cuts, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to go. Can I Kick It? We got to, because I mean, Electric Relaxation is amazing. They're all so good, but I won't be able to pick.
Yeah.
Find Award Tour is really good. Jazz is really good. Let's go. Nicholas F is one of my favorites, and I actually do have a song with him. Crazy enough, but he has been one of my favorites. We'll go Hot Pan by Nicholas F. Let's do Ludacris Satisfaction.
Okay. We went to that Spirit Box show like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And during the like the interlude when like the band was setting up, they played Sticky Icky by Ludacris, and the fucking song was stuck in my head for like 2 weeks.
That's honestly like another core memory song though, dude. Yeah. It's just like it was one of those songs that we just knew every word to it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Still do. Like karaoke default, if I ever get stuck, like easy, bro, give it to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a pick me up too.
Wu-Tang is tough too. I mean, I say we got to go with Bring the Ruckus. I actually went to Every Time I Die Fest Oh, Every Time I Die is one of my favorites. We have to put them on there. I'm so
They're
sad.
so good. Oh, me too.
So sad. That was a bummer. But I saw
Yeah,
them in Buffalo for their ETID Fest, and they brought out Ghostface Killer as like the fucking guest.
that's fucking
And
cool.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to just chill in the back and like enjoy the show. And then they brought out Ghostface, and he comes out with Shimmy Shimmy Ya in dedication, and I'm just like, oh no. And next thing I know, this dude behind me is like twice my size. He's like, you trying to go up, bro? And I was like, fuck it. And that's the last thing I remember. I got dropped on my head, bro, resuscitated, woke up in an ambulance, went to the hospital,
Oh shit.
gave him
Wow.
a fake name, like this whole thing. Went back to the show the next day and got like a handicap spot because I was literally like half gone because I was so
Oh
concussed.
shit. That's insane,
Oh my
man.
God. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
so
loud ass music wasn't good for your concussion either.
Yeah.
no, I was not about to miss the second night though. I was like, dude, Glassjaw played. It was so good.
Oh
I was
yeah.
an idiot. I was so sad though. I was like, first time I crowd surfed in forever, dude, and I almost just died. Like, it's over. I'm done.
Jeez.
Oh fuck.
Until Every Time I Die has the that's the thing. That's the crazy thing about music, dude, is all it takes is that one fucking chord, and you're like, fuck everything I have to do tomorrow. I'm crowd surfing or
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
It's music has that power, dude. It took
It
me over
really
that
does. Makes you
Yeah.
feel invincible, man.
Yeah.
night. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Clearly
I
you
almost
weren't.
met my heroes that night, boys.
Yeah.
Did you see Jordan Buckley started that new band?
Yes, it's who
Better
else? It's
Better
with?
Lovers? It's like a power group,
Better
man.
Lovers.
Yeah, and it's got like the vocalist for Fit for an Autopsy. It's got Will Putney.
Wow.
One of the
Yeah.
drummers to I want to say Black Dahlia, but I don't think that's right. It may be Black.
Oh,
I
that
don't
sounds cool. That's probably I feel like I heard a clip of it and I had been meaning to check it out for real, but I knew that him and
Dillinger, not Black Dahlia. It's
Dillinger,
Dillinger. Yeah, the
that's
drummer
what it
for
is.
Dillinger. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I like saw the super group headline because what's the other one? LS Dunes just came out, and
Yeah,
they're
LS
yeah.
Dunes.
they're actually pretty rocking. I'm digging that.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. At first, it took me a second, but it's like you have to wipe what you know
Yeah.
about every band. It's not those bands. Like even
You know,
though you'll
yeah.
hear little hints, you can't go in expecting it to be like this is going to sound like Seosin, Anthony Green, or like whatever. You really
Yeah.
got to wipe it and be open to it. We definitely got to throw some Anthony Green on there.
Yes, please.
He was a huge influence on I would say like the way that I sing, which is probably wrong, but he's so good. And I think that he probably does it a lot more effortless than it seems in a
Yeah.
sense, but he's also just got that feeling where it's just raw and very urgent. I
Yeah.
love that shit.
His solo album, that song "Don't Dance." Jesus, that is such a beautiful song, man.
Oh my God, I know, dude. You can throw that on there for sure, because just because it's new doesn't mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
It's such a beautiful song, man.
And then it sucks that it's not on there, but like honestly, one of my favorites back in the day was High and Driving from his like early days. Beautiful Things was a great 2012. Beautiful Things was Do It Right is really good. And then we'll go one old Anthony Green. Maybe we should just do like the acoustic 7 Years classic.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I was like belting that, like, I don't know, maybe trying to get girls in like high school,
Yeah,
Like in my car, I barely knew how to drive. I'm like pulling out of school, just like blasting that shit.
How did that work out?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, about as good as it did for us.
No,
Just
I
checking,
was- I was wearing my sister's pants, and most
Yeah.
girls were very confused at that time. That was
Yeah.
not cool.
So between the three of us, we're at a 0% hit rate. So this is just
Yeah.
purely for science, guys. Purely for science.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
You said every time I die.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh yeah.
Have I die on there. And that's a really tough one when it comes to songs, because it's just
Yeah.
like, once again, Keith is just such a cool lyricist.
He really is.
He was in the same realm of like, when I read, I mean, the first song I heard was a Ballarama. So like Hot Damn was my introduction, but I didn't necessarily like get super into him until probably Gutter Phenomenon. And that was 2006, it looks like here. And I bought the CD and I read the lyrics. And that was like, that's what we did. We read the lyrics. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's always read the lyrics. And I was like, holy shit, these are sick. And like, again, very influential on the way I just thought about what I wanted to write about and how I wanted to write it, So we got to go. Oh my God, this is like the hardest one ever. Cause I think Every Time I Die is one of the more consistent heavy bands I've ever listened to. Like throughout my entire life, I've loved them.
Yeah.
We'll go Map Change, New, and then we'll go a Ballarama, Older. We have to balance it out.
Yeah. I throw their entire discography into a playlist and listen to it like once or twice a year.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like every once in a while I'll paint and I'll just let it rip from beginning to end.
Yeah. They have that song She's My Rushmore, and at the end of it he says the greatest lovers were murderers first, and that's that fucking line, dude. That line is so fucking cool, man.
So hard. I know. They've got so many good ones. I've tattooed a couple of their lyrics on some buddies and stuff there.
That's awesome.
They're a hit.
You do tattoos as well?
Yeah. I've been doing that since 18, and then kind of took it more serious like in my mid 20s.
You fucking dentist too? What else do you do?
I wish I was
jack of all trades, man.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess just multiple art. It's kind of like I don't make like almost anything off of music. I don't make almost anything off of this or that, but like all together, I make just enough to live in my house.
Yeah, man. You just get a little bit from everywhere. That's good, man.
Yeah, it's going, man. It's all right. It's gonna be okay, right? Right, Adam?
Yeah.
Oh, it's always gonna be all right, dude.
Tell me it's gonna be okay.
Worst case scenario, you die, and
then I don't have to pay bills.
Yeah, you don't have to feel anything, dude.
Yeah, you don't pay bills or nothing.
Yeah, got him.
Dead. You can't get these bills.
Rent's due. Psych.
Yeah. Good luck.
I'm not even breathing.
Oh shit, man. Let's talk about. I don't know if you can talk about it or not, but you did mention you were planning on gearing up for a big release pretty soon.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck it. Let's just in August, the EP's coming finally. The first one since I Was Better When I Wasn't with Wacko. Sweet. So Bank Broke, I'm kind of doing, I kind of had to, well, not that I had to, but I felt like it was cool. I'm doing like the slow drip release. So Bank Broke and Don't Wait will be on the project. I got quite a few more on the project that I will say a couple of those will be coming out up until then. August is when it's all going to drop. I don't want to say an exact date just in case, because I know how I am.
Yeah.
But it will be August, and I'm super excited, man. A couple more music videos, like some really cool film projects going down over here for it. Actually, tomorrow morning I'll be working on some stuff for it. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I had 2 albums out that I actually took down previous to Rome, previous to my earliest stuff.
Okay.
And I took them down because I just felt like it wasn't like the best representation. However, I do have stuff on SoundCloud and like some other random shit that's like super old, like past like 12 years. There's stuff up on my SoundCloud that I'm still super like into, it's just like not nearly as tuned and who I am today. So I
Yeah.
kind of took a lot of that down, but this is like the first thing that I've kind of cohesively put together it was all written in like a very short time and then worked on for a while. And I really wanted to just like try a lot of stuff with these and not feel like I had to keep just like putting out a single and, like giving into the rat race of what is supposed to be like art made not on a timeline, but for, the only time art should be made urgent is when you get a spark. You should fucking go make it right at that moment. You should never like be, forcing it out. And
Yeah.
I just feel like these songs I really got to sit with, and I had enough songs to kind of keep putting out everything that I wanted to while I got to work on a cohesive feeling that not one feeling, but the whole album takes you through a series of feelings that I think the songs all work really well together. And I don't know, man, I'm obviously it's my most proud work, and I think most artists would say that, but yeah, I mean, it's my favorite thing I've ever made. So couple months and it's going down.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have some more of
So
that great
excited.
lyrical content.
Absolutely. There's some ones where people were like, "Don't you think you're a little wordy?" And I was like, "Don't you think there's a lot going on?"
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
then there's the other ones. I gave a good shot at my my most fun song I've ever made. Something that's I don't want to say like pop, but it definitely has a more pop thing. And like again, I have to perform these songs, so I want to have a good time. I want to have vibes where like if I'm in a serious mood, I could whip out this song and we can fucking rage. But I also want to have the songs where it's like, if the crowd wants to fucking dance, then we shall dance. So like, speaking of Angel Dust, can we throw on an Angel Dust song?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Because they make me want to dance and flip a table. And I think that's impressive.
Oh yeah.
And we gotta go Big Bite. And then also we have to throw on Idols because they also make me want to dance, and it's very not pop, but it still makes me want to dance, and I love that. What are we gonna do from them? We gotta go. Actually, you know what? Idols. We'll go Grounds because I think that's literally an important song from this generation.
You mentioned something that I found kind of interesting that I don't think I've actually ever really gave any thought to, and that's like when you write music, you have to perform these songs live. Is that something that's always in the back of your head while you're writing? Like,
like I would say no. I would say sometimes like I'll write 5 songs in a row that have like maybe a pretty serious undertone, dealing with like, oh, time is running out, guys.
yeah.
Fun. And like trying to constantly, we are what we think about. And I think that like sometimes I just go, hey, dude, why don't we try to put a grass is greener or something in there, homie, Because if I have to, like sit up there every night and be like, I hate myself and everyone else and fuck it, and I say that and I believe in it every night, I feel like that's going to affect me and the people around me. So like, I want to talk about, yeah, dude, this shit is hard, but I'm not going to give in. So it's kind of my corny ass way of being like getting up every day and saying to the mirror, like, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are like, I kind of want that vibe for my shit so that it doesn't, there's way enough negative in the world and enough negative shit going on in my head. So it's like, I want to try and live that truth and not soak in the darkness all the time, you know?
That's, what's really cool is, I was talking to my brother about your music like a week ago, and that's actually one of the things that I said to him is, I'll read you my message to him. I said, yeah, he's a little on the sad side, but his songs hold a lot of hope, unlike some of the other bands that I've heard. Said he's hitting rough topics, but there always seems to be something he's hanging on to, and I think that's beautiful. That's what I said, my brother, about your
Damn,
music.
dude, that's fucking tear my heart out.
Yeah, dude. I was like, because a lot of, there's a lot of bands I listen to that like Midwest emo shit, like Spanish love songs. They have an album called Brave Faces. There's not a single like inkling of hope anywhere in that fucking album. It is the most depressing shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love it,
Oh, and it's so right. And it's so beautiful. And I love so much sad music.
Yeah.
And, but I do think like there is I think it was Conor Oberst. It was like, didn't even like most of the music he wrote because like he started to find happiness and he couldn't bear to like play the shit that he used to write. I don't want to quote that too hard, but I'm pretty sure it was Conor Oberst. And that really made me think, like a lot of things have made me think where I go, damn, what if like things get better one day and you just like are miserable because you wrote this misery into existence forever,
Yeah.
And music is fucking magic. Like we said, that chord, that first Elliott Smith chord will make me like want a cigarette again,
Yeah.
And like I'm trying to do good and not smoke cigarettes, but an Elliott Smith album is gonna make me probably smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. I feel you, man. 100%.
Yeah.
That is really
I do it. Like there's just music can have that power, man. It's
absolutely nuts. Yeah. I don't think I would have probably almost died at that every time I did a show with Ghostface if I wasn't so like, I drank a little too much because I was so excited and I was just like ready to go, dude. And it had an effect on me in the long run that like I just got quite literally too turned because of the music and my own actions. But yeah, it's wild. It really is like it puts a spell over you. And
I've been there. We went to the Chariots farewell show.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, and we decided to get in the front row, and that was a mistake. And I ended up like dry heaving in the fucking parking lot, dude. It was rough.
Oh, dude, I'm sure you can. The pressure probably getting dive bombed and
dude,
kicked in the head.
Yeah, it was insane. It was nuts.
Yeah,
I always think of like. I immediately think of you guys being in the front row, and it's like all I think of is that one Dillinger Escape clip that everyone used to like play. It was like the beginning of like, I don't know, it was like an early YouTube video of them playing in like a mall or some shit.
I think I know what clip you're talking about, yeah.
And he just like runs on like 12 people's faces, like he just runs on their heads. It was insane.
We went to Maylin and the Sons of Disaster show over
dude, that one album ruled.
Oh yeah, dude. And it was in a venue called Trees, and they have like this giant ass tree growing through the middle of the building.
What? That sounds sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And Dallas Taylor literally walked on the entire crowd to the middle of the tree and like grabbed a hold of the tree. It was the coolest fucking
thing. They were just standing on people, and everyone they were just like, "Yes, please stand on me."
That I know. That's the craziest part. It's like, it's just so nuts. I just see you guys in the front right there as the first two footsteps.
Oh yeah. It was so bad, dude. It was but it was fun, man. I don't regret any second of it. It was an experience. So.
I think I only saw the Chariot once, and it was like, dude, it was in like a barn. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what it was or what was going on. I just remember being in a barn.
Those were the craziest shows, man.
Yeah. So much fun. Much fun. I remember we got caught playing a show like again, it was actually like in like some country ass place, dude. And there was like 180 kids at this giant double decker barn. and we were like way late in the day, and the cops came literally after our like second song, and we had been there all day waiting to play, and we were just like, damn, dude, what the fuck. So
Oh
I
man.
pleaded with the cop. I was like, bro, please, just I was like, we drove 3 hours to be here, can we just play one more song? And they were like, you have one fucking song. And I turned to my drummer and I was just like, do not stop playing, go, like, run it. And we just ran like the next 5 songs and just like never stopped a beat. Like every time the song ended, the drummer was just like, and we just went right into the next one. Dude,
Oh man.
these cops were just arresting people and like dragging people. It was unreal. It was so
That's
fun.
hilarious, dude. Fuck yeah.
Rowdy
One
as
song,
hell.
we're gonna run them all
One
together.
long
One
ass
long
song, baby.
motherfucking song.
Yeah. And the whole band was just like, yup. And we didn't even have to say a fucking word after that. I was just like, dude, run it. And they were like,
That's awesome, man. Let's get some of your favorite like current artists on here. Some shit that you've been enjoying recently.
absolutely. All right. So I feel like lyrically, we got to do a couple that people are going to expect the listener wouldn't heart, because it's goddamn church. That song is
Yeah.
incredible. To be 100% honest, it's crazy because I have spoken word stuff up from 10 years ago on my SoundCloud. And I love it. It's terrible, but I love it because,
Sure.
you know, when people are like, oh, like you're just trying to steal Hobo Johnson's thing, I'm like, dude, I did this 10 years ago. I
Yeah.
spoke words over music. I'm not the first person to do that, you know?
No
Yeah.
way.
We
Yeah.
have Me Without You.
Me Without
we have
You
all-
and Hotel Books and
Oh my God, dude. There's so many that,
yeah.
you know, of course, it's not as many spoken word-esque artists as like rap, but like all rappers don't sound like Drake. You
Yeah.
know, all people that do spoken word, we don't have to sound like Hobo Johnson or
Yeah.
whoever. You know, I think it's a very different essence. And no
My,
hate, I do like a lot of Hobo Johnson stuff.
My
No hate at all.
favorite spoken word rapper is Sage Francis.
Sage
know if-
Fran? I don't.
Never
I'm not.
heard of him?
No,
He
I'm
was
writing.
actually in a Warped Tour a few years, and I think if you go to Sage Francis's page, you know, like, have you heard of Atmosphere?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think Atmosphere is probably on one of the also listens to or whatever.
Oh,
Like
sick.
fans also like Atmosphere, but I think no, he's not actually. Weird. But I like Atmosphere too.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, Sage Francis is really, really fucking good.
I wrote that down. I'm gonna check. What was that other band earlier that you said they were a heavier band? I think.
The Ongoing Concept.
Yeah, I'm gonna check them out too.
Yeah.
This is like the coolest podcast I've done in a long time, guys. Props.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Let's go.
Funny 'cause,
Hell
like,
yeah.
Let's go.
dude, I swear to God, like, not even blowing smoke. I'm like, dude, this shit is making me like so excited because, like I said, my favorite thing was building playlists back in the day. Like, whether it be for my homies that were like, hey, man, I kind of like that heavy stuff you were listening to. Like, is there more stuff like that? And I was like, oh, dude, like,
Yeah, man.
give me 3 days, you know, and I would go home and burn him a CD, and just as fast as I would, you know, make my crush a mixtape. So
Yeah.
this shit is fun, man. This is really cool.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of recommendations. I found a lot of great music doing this. So that's what I hope to achieve, is to have people just find good music, because it's not like you get caught up in what's popular or whatever, you know. There's a lot of great artists out there that just you just gotta find them. So
Absolutely.
I'm hoping this will make it a lot easier to find great artists. So
We got to do, okay, so lately, we got to do shout out to the Yeah Yeah Yeah's new album. That shit is killer. We got to do Mars and Spitting Off the Edge of the World from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, both of those from the same album. Pretty obsessed with those lately.
I didn't even know they released a new album. It's been years since I've listened to them.
Dude, December 8th, 2022, they released a new album that is, what is it? I think it's called Spitting Off the Edge. Is it? Cool It Down, it's called.
Yeah.
It is, wow, dude. I mean, That's been my go-to lately. As far as like new albums, I've just been jamming that one. It's just they've kind of like every time I die, they've stayed so true and somehow got even better.
Yeah.
We got to give it up to Ging. I don't know if you guys know Frank Dukes, but he is Ging, and Frank Dukes is retired now, and Ging is his new project, Ging. Can You See Me Now and Grief? Both those songs are just incredible. He's probably one of my favorite solo artists that have come out in a while.
I don't think I've ever heard of Frank Dukes or King.
Oof, we got to do Miracles 3 by him too.
Okay.
Those are all three just like so good. We got to do Their Rules by Backtrack because that's a life anthem for me. Sick of following their rules. Backtrack is, I think, I wanted to say they're like New York hardcore. I don't know if they're New York shit. I sound like such a noob right now. I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, they're New York hardcore. Yeah.
it's got to be New York hardcore. Yeah, but yeah, Lost in Life. That album always gets me fired up. What else lately? Lately, I've been doing Medium Build. Very chill artist. We'll do Medium Build. Do Rage and Give Me Back My Soul.
I sampled a little bit of Rage just now. That's pretty good.
He's an awesome songwriter, man. Beautiful voice, beautiful lyrics, killer guitar player. He's got a cool style. He's like just awesome all around. Love supporting. Like he's somebody I actually found on TikTok. There's a few people. I'll shout out to we'll do Slow Joy.
Slow Joy's good. I really like them.
Yeah, we'll throw your favorite Slow Joy song on there because I love his stuff.
I think Crawl 2, that new one I think he just released.
Yeah, Crawl, the first one is a fave. Yeah, dude. Shout out Slow Joy. And then gotta shout out King Lazy Eye as well. We'll go with Loaded Guns. That is a favorite.
King Lazy Eye. That's a cool name for.
Yeah, shout them out. King Lazy Eye, Slow Joy, Medium Build. I've been watching them on TikTok. Those are the homies. I want nothing but great success for them. Everyone go check them out. And then we got to do I Thought I Was an Alien by Soko, Soko. It's a real old one, but I've been jamming that lately too.
All right, man.
Just loaded it up a bit for us.
Oh, yeah. That's good, man. I think that's a little all over the place, man.
I would say so. If you let that rip and you had guests over, they'd be like, "What the fuck? Is everything okay with you?"
Give us the last song you listened to on Spotify.
The last song I listened to is wow. Pedro the Lion.
Wow.
Rapture. That's what's on right now.
Rapture by Pedro the Lion.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is I haven't heard that in forever, and I love Pedro the Lion.
Hell yeah, man. Adam, you got anything else, dude?
Nothing else from me.
Nothing else, man. Well, give us two of Skuff Micksun's favorite songs off of your stuff.
You know what? We gotta go. I feel like I should go like Adam and put the deep cuts in there for people.
Yeah, man.
You know, because like I feel like they're gonna hear the other ones if they check out anything.
We can do like one of the non-deep cuts to start the playlist with, and then throw like a deep cut at the end to end it.
I would say we gotta go with Timber.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's an old one that I really like. I do love Boss Man just because fuck that boss that song is about, and I put that song out into the universe always. Fuck that dude, and I'm really nice, man. I'm trying to be really nice, but fuck that dude. So we can put Boss Man on there. He knows it's about him. He'll never listen because he doesn't care. But if you know,
yeah, if you know, fuck you, guy.
every time someone streams it, I like to think that like, you know, it's just one more hit in the ring. No, I'm playing. I'm not
man.
that resentful, but it was like the first song that I felt like I kind of got to like play a different character, and it was really fun. Like to
Yeah.
get into the head of an asshole, and like my wifey wants out. She says she don't love me, and all of our children are mean and they're ugly.
Yeah.
Like I like that was really fun. I kind of felt like I was in a fucking Broadway musical that was a little unhinged.
Hell yeah, man. If you happen to have another single drop before this thing comes out, I'll add that to the playlist as well.
Oh well, Tired All the Time will definitely be out. It
Okay,
comes
yeah.
out I think it comes out in like 2 weeks. So I have everything will be out. So yeah, Don't Wait acoustic piano version is coming out next Wednesday. And then the 24th, I have the next single, which is personally probably like my favorite song I've written in probably since like Bruises. That song like healed a part of me, but this one is like kind of that I got that Magnificent feeling where I was like, ooh, this is just feels right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be out, dude, and I can't wait. I'll definitely keep in touch with y'all.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll throw that on here
Sweet.
for the come out. And then yeah, Adam, go ahead.
Shout out your social medias, dude, and for the listeners so they can go check you out if they haven't already, which they should have because they're not dumb.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean Instagram, Skuff Micksun, it's SKUFF, like a scuff on your shoe, and then MICKSUN, like the sunshine. Pretty much search that anywhere. I got a lot of music videos. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and had a lot of fun making it all. So check it all out. Hit me up on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. Skuff Micksun.
Definitely go check him out. I've turned like 2 people onto your music so far, so hopefully we can get a lot more with this interview.
Dude,
So.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
And I'm
man.
definitely planning on coming to Texas, so I'll be in touch with you guys. I
Oh
would
yeah,
love
dude.
to,
Let us know, man.
absolutely. That would be awesome. It's definitely not in the books, but it's in the papers to write the books to get it going. So
Yeah.
We'll be around,
we gotta
man.
do a little East
Yeah.
Coast first, but we'll be there for sure. I fucking love the West Coast, and Texas has always been great to me. So I would love to get my ass out there.
Well, hell
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
We
Hell
do.
yeah,
We'll
man.
link up.
For sure. Absolutely, man.
Oh,
Well,
without a doubt, without a doubt.
dude, thank you so much for giving us some of your time tonight, man. We greatly appreciate you.
Yes.
Oh man, I had a blast. It was kind of a beautiful break from regular life. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm
glad
glad
we
you
could do
enjoyed
that.
it. Yeah, for sure.
All right,
You
Matt,
have a
love
nice
you.
night.
Until next time, you too.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Later.
Peace.
Later.